Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the show. I remain your loyal and humble Arsenal fan, Obina. Um, it's been an interesting week in the league, I must say. But yeah, we'll discuss all of that and more on this week's episode. All right, Sheung, what do you have
Please,
to say?
always. Do I have to tell you this every time? Introduce the show properly. What show? Okay, what show are we doing? What show is this?
No, of course, this is everyone. Everyone who's listening knows. But
Hello,
again, welcome
everyone.
to.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
there you
Bias
go.
Football
Take it.
Takes. This is Oluwaseun Winsala, your favorite
Yeah.
anchor. Even though the person that's supposed to do the job doesn't like doing the job properly, I'm here to always put things right. And I also want to sing one song.
Wait,
Please bear with
wait,
me.
wait! Before you sing your horrendous song, you said that. You said that. By the way, to those who have stuck with us, thank you for listening. Sean, you said that our numbers have increased over the past few weeks. Is it because I'm back?
It's not because you're
Have
back. Oh.
have people missed me?
It's not because you're back.
Okay,
It's not
but you
because
said you can
I'll
attest. You
I will
said
tell
that
the
the
reason.
numbers our
I will
numbers
say
have gone up.
I will say the reason why the number is up towards the
Okay.
end of the episode. If you remember, remind me. Anyways, I want to sing, and the song I want to sing, Angio, 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 Angio. He
Uh,
lost today again. The almighty progressive football coach. Anyway, we brought a Chelsea fan that we will be chasing around because they'll be losing now that they've started winning. He decided to come and join us on the podcast. We have Agu on the show too. Agu, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
you
Let's
see,
see.
guys, he's happy now. That's good, Sha. I'm happy. I'm happy. He's happy.
You're happy? I mean, I'm a football fan, but okay.
Say you're a
I'm a
football fan.
proper.
You're back with this your nonsense talk.
Anyway, so on this episode, we will review the results from the past game week. Uh, I'm sure everyone saw the exchange between Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp. So we'll talk about that and Liverpool's implosion because they are more or less out of the title, the push for the title now. And then we'll talk about the state of the league. At the top and at the bottom, where we expect teams to end. I mean, it's pretty much clear for most teams, but there are still some battles that need to be decided. And then the first leg of the Champions League semifinals have been played. The first legs have been played, and so we'll talk about the results from those games, as well as Bayern Munich's search for a new manager, and then we will go over the results we will predict the results for the upcoming game week. So this past weekend, we started off with West Ham Liverpool. That was a 2-2 draw. So Liverpool once again dropped points. Fulham Palace 1-1. United Burnley 1-1. Newcastle Sheffield 5-1. And so with that result, Sheffield United has officially been relegated. Wolves beat Luton 2-1. Everton beat Brentford 1-0. Aston Villa and Chelsea drew 2-2. And then on Sunday, Bournemouth beat Brighton 3-0. Arsenal beat Tottenham away 3-2. And Man City beat Nottingham Forest 2-0. This afternoon, Thursday, Chelsea just beat Tottenham 2-0. So, what games caught your attention? And discussions, guys.
I think. Hold on. Let me check. So I saw part of Chelsea's game. I saw part
Which
of
one?
Chelsea. The one that they drew
Okay,
to
with
Aston
Villa.
Villa. Yes. So there's something about Chelsea now that I cannot really explain, but it seems like they're beginning to play. Maybe because there's no more pressure on them. The whole chaos has, the whole storm has, resided. So subsided. So I guess everybody's beginning to understand what their responsibilities are on the pitch, because I expect Aston Villa to beat them, but they tried. They really played well, and yeah, I saw that. Then I don't know, what's his name? Jackson. That guy. Then
No,
Wolves.
no, no. Wait. Before you know, sure, I actually want to hear your thoughts on Jackson because someone here seems to think that he's a very good football player.
No,
So I just want to hear
he's a he's a good
who
footballer.
who is
Yeah,
Nicholas Jackson.
yes, he
No,
is.
he is
Thank you,
not.
No,
Sean.
he is. Relax.
He is not.
So the thing is,
But
you asked me
but
a
go on. I
question
want to
now.
hear
You
you.
asked me a question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to hear.
So
Yeah.
the thing is, I
Mm,
saw this guy play live, right?
mm,
And I saw the way he played, and I told my
mm.
friends, and I came on this podcast and said the same thing, that this guy is going to play really well, but he's not going to score a lot of goals. When I said that, I remember me saying this in the last episode, that I wasn't really like, it just felt like I've seen this thing before. I've seen this kind of situation before. So I was like, okay, let me just say this, let me predict this, and let's see how it's going to be. And it's happening that way. It's one of those kind of footballers that it slows down too much, because it's in his head, and he's young. He's a young player. It's in his head,
But
and
what do you
it's
mean? Wait, is Saka young?
who?
Is Saka young?
He's young. Saka is a young player.
Oh, okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
So for him, right, is a lot of things are kind of not going well for him. First things first, when he started, he scored a few goals, but Chelsea wasn't playing well, so he wasn't getting enough chances. Then when he got the chances, they came like in patches, playing in times where like he wasn't comfortable. Then when he started getting the chances, his confidence has shot, and when you get to that point as a footballer, you struggle. Also, he's not a natural goal scorer. He's not a striker that would instinctively just kick the ball and the ball go into the net. So I'm not sure if that can be learned, but when it gets to those positions, like, okay, you expect a natural born scorer to score, it slows down too much, that he takes too much time in his head thinking. And when you do that, trust me, like, we play football now, we play ball, like, we know, like, as a midfielder, you struggle when you're in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but you can score from far, because that one you have like, okay, I'm just doing it, bam. When you get close to the keeper, you're taking too much as a midfielder. So for him, I feel like he's more of a, I would say, second striker. I don't really believe he's a winger, but I mean, you can try him there. So in his general play, he can ball. Like, he gets, even to get to those positions, you have to be a baller. You have to be in those positions, you have to be a baller first. But the finishing is just not good. That's just the problem. You cannot say, will you say Fernando Torres wasn't a baller? No, you won't say that. But at some point, he struggled because it was in his head, and also main fact that he's Torres. Hold on, let
Fernando
me make this
Torres.
point. Let me make this
Okay.
point on Torres. Torres scored, I would say, 85% or 60% or 65% of his goals. I don't have the exact stats here, but most of his goals were scored at Anfield. So when he left Anfield, so yeah, and that's one thing I have against Isak. Isak too. Most of his goals this season scored
Oh my
at home.
god. So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to understand the relevance of, first of all, you can't I hope you are not in any way. I just want to make sure you're not in any way comparing Fernando Torres to Nicholas Jackson. I hope also that you're not comparing Isaac to
No. I'm
Nicholas
not
Jackson.
comparing. So that's
Okay.
my problem with you
You-
people. You
no,
football analyst or football.
no,
I am bringing. I'm
no.
bringing different spices and sources and reasons why a player is playing a certain way. I'm not comparing them one for one. But I'm saying, first things first, for him to be in those positions, I don't repeat myself, but for him to be in those positions to begin with, is not by happenstance. It's not something that you just happens randomly. Then you have to look at the way he's playing. It slows down too much, that he doesn't make his decision quickly, and that kind of affects his goal scoring. But
But you're
So,
confident that he's a good player.
he's a good footballer. He is. He's just not a good goal
bro,
scorer.
Okay.
There's a difference.
so okay now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay. So first things first, I think I understand the name of the show is biased football takes, but I think Ovina has to drop his biased football side and try to be a bit realistic. Um, Jackson as a player is good, right? The only thing that like I feel the issue with Jackson is his finishing. Um, you can tell he's not a I feel like he's not a natural number nine. Maybe like a supporting striker, like Seamus said, where it's like because every time he finds himself in front of a goal, right, he's always thinking of trying to do something fancy as opposed to like doing the like easy and straightforward thing. His brain is just like, okay, what fancy thing can I do now to like make this goal, a world you that kind of a thing. If you look at his goals, he scored the harder goals than easier goals, like
Yep.
you know for Jackson, and you're wondering why is that
The
so? Look
harder
at
go. Wait. Okay, finish your point, please.
look at the goal he scored today, right? You'd have the header was not easy in any way.
Yeah, it wasn't. It
Do
wasn't.
you understand? You'd expect like him to like miss that and like score something a bit easier than that. Do you understand my point? So it's like I don't think he's a natural finisher, but that doesn't take away from the fact that like he's a great footballer. Look at the way his pace, the way he carries the ball, his dribbling. Bro, you can't take things away from him and just think he's not a good footballer just because. And as a matter of fact, I was saying this on this podcast that at the moment, Jackson has more non-penalty goals your star boy for crying out loud.
For real?
Yes, check it. Saka has
Wow.
5 penalty goals this season, 15 goals in total. That's 10 goals. Jackson has 11 at the moment.
So
Wow.
Mike, do you know what's funny about this conversation? So whenever people talk about Cole Palmer, then you say, "Oh, you don't care. All he has to score goals." And then now Nicholas Jackson, who plays as Chelsea's nine, who's Chelsea's striker, who spearheads the attack, has one more goal than someone who plays on the wing, and then you bring
But
like
who has more
there,
experience in the, excuse me, but you can't even come with that because who has more first of
you
all, who
see
has more
the
experience? Who has more
inconsistencies.
experience in the Premier League?
You see the
Who has more
inconsistencies
experience?
in
Ask me a question now. Who has more
in the
experience in the Premier
argument.
League? Bukayo Saka, right?
What does that have to? What does the experience in Premier League have to do with
It gives him an
like
edge.
goals?
It gives him an edge to
How?
like be more comfortable in the league and play better in the league.
It does not. But he's not a striker. What are you talking about, Mike? What's his name? Haaland came in last season, and he had the most goals. There are people who have been there longer. That doesn't mean anything,
Okay, but we've established
right?
that Jackson is not a natural finisher, right?
No, but he's Chelsea's striker, so most of the chances that Chelsea will get go through him.
Obina, even your legend, and right, attest to this fact. Like, so when it comes to football,
Attest to
right?
what fact?
Hold on. When it comes to football, right? There's some intricacies that there's some people that I like to listen, right? I like to listen to, right? Because the way he analyzes football, and when it happens to like, when it comes to like from the attacking third, I like to listen to him because he's more experienced, and he'll probably be a nice I would say striker analyst, quote unquote, because now everybody's getting in different analysts to different parts of the game. But he's made mention of instinctive strikers. Like as a striker, you don't even need to look up to know where the opening is, to know where the two ends of the goal post is. For example, RVP most of the time didn't even look up when he kicks the ball, right? He might just have a look to look at where the goalkeeper is and just kick. People like I'll give you an example. Almiron scored a lot of crazy goals, start looking up, right? Foden scored a lot of goals, start looking up. So those are people that like they are instinctive with when it comes to goal scoring. Jackson might not be, and it might be next season. Like I'm not, just using one season to just judge his whole career. It might be next season, maybe when there's a better competition, maybe when the plays behind the striker.
I'm not disagreeing with you. My point is, do we think Darwin Núñez is a good footballer?
So Darwin Núñez case to is similar to.
They are similar.
Wait,
That's exactly.
wait.
So, I brought this up. I brought Núñez up, right?
Okay.
So so the point is this: that he's a striker. Of course, is the same way Rashford, for example, thinks that he should be playing down the middle, but that's not his best way. Nicholas Jackson as well he's not a good footballer. He's not a good striker. But for some reason, if you ask him, I'm sure he'll tell you that he wants to be a striker, right? So like, I don't understand the point you're trying to make. now by saying that he's better off on the week. Nobody can. Where does he play? And what is it?
So
What?
as this guy
When
And
has
then
said,
Saka started playing at Arsenal, when Saka started playing
point.
from?
One final point. So earlier this season, when Chelsea beat Spurs 3-0, and he scored his hat trick, and Mike did
for
not let me.
something or something.
He scored a hat trick. I think it was, yeah, I can't remember the exact score line, but I know that I think it was like 6-3 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he scored a hat trick, and Mike did not let me rest that period because Jackson scored a hat trick, steak and onions. If you watch that game, you see that he missed so many chances because you people said that he only scores exceptional goals. I mean, difficult chances, to quote you. He scores difficult chances, but he misses the easy ones. You need to go and watch that game. Like all of the goals that he scored that have now put him, I guess with equal goals with Saka, but then less penalties. They were that was the worst hat trick I have seen in a very, very, very long time. So there's nothing fantastic about him at all, and he will never wow me.
Okay.
Finally, Mike said that once upon a time that he's a better striker than Osimhen. So I just want to state that, and then if he disagrees, he can refute. I rest my case.
So hold on. So you made two points, right?
Yeah.
First point that I want to talk about,
Mm.
Nunes. So Nunes
Mhm.
is another player that when he gets to those positions, right, he rushes to make decisions. So is the direct opposite of Jackson. Jackson slows down too much. Nunes rushes too much. So you cannot say for Nunes, right? I would say he's not a good footballer. I will not say he's trash, right? He's just not good in front of goal. And the same thing with Jackson, he's not good in front of goal. So you cannot use that as saying, oh, he's a trash footballer in general. So let's get that point aside. Then number two, him being better than Osimhen. He's not better than Osimhen. Like there are very few strikers in the world that are better than Osimhen. That's okay, yeah. So that game against Tottenham, I don't think anybody in the world felt Jackson had a stellar performance in that game. I don't think anybody in the world would say that because we all came to this podcast and said that is the worst hat-trick goal scoring performance we've seen in a very long time. So I don't know why you're even starting this podcast with Jackson. Please
Bro, I
let's talk
don't
about
get you too.
let's talk about
No,
something.
I was anyway.
You started this now. You started this. Let's just dive into because I have a lot to do. Let's talk about Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool. Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Liverpool obviously have been struggling in the past, I would say, maybe 5 games in all competitions, like from FA Cup to was it Europa League or Europa League, right? Europa
Yeah.
League, then EPL, and all that has accumulated into, I mean, obvious rancor between players, which is very normal. Let me just highlight that it's very normal. Then in this last game, they were struggling and club wanted to make the sub. Salah was on the sideline and Union was coming in and I think they scored or something. They scored then they considered and club went to say something to Salah. And Salah reacted. Felt like Salah wanted to, give him one or two, one, two. He had to punch him like if I catch him, if not for the cameras, I'd have rushed you here. And Nunes, of all people, was the one that came to go and be the mediator and say, guy, relax. Like, relax. Let's end this game. And after the game, they asked Klopp what happened. Klopp was like, oh yeah, you already trashed that out, let's move on. And Salah walked through the conference area, the booth where what's it called? The journalist asked players questions about the game, and he walked past and said, if he speaks, there'll be fire. And truly, he did not say much, yet he said a lot of things. There's a fire everywhere, and people are questioning, and people are like, oh, what's going on in the dressing room? Could it be that, the love between both of them has been lost? Are they both tired? All those long story. So who wants to take the first shot? I know Obina
So,
doesn't like Liverpool. So I'll go first.
so I think the biggest. I feel like what do you have any? Do you like if you could guess what Klopp said to him? What would it be?
I think Klopp. I would say maybe he told him that go in there and change the game for us or something. That's what I don't feel.
All right. Well, I don't know what Klopp could have possibly said to Salah, but looking at it from Salah's perspective, like if I were in his shoes, I feel like just a few things would like get me upset, and one of those is bringing me late into the game to like change the game when I could have started the game. Someone like Salah, and if you notice, like for whatever reason, Salah hasn't been playing 90 minutes.
Okay, so sorry. So since Salah came back from injury, right? So when a lot of the players were injured, Liverpool was playing relatively well. Then when their senior players came back from injury, including Salah, Liverpool have been struggling, and Salah has been missing a lot of chances. So yeah, and that's part of the reason why as the manager, you might want to spice things up, change flavor, do something new. So maybe that's why he has been on the bench. But
Yeah,
go on.
but I hear you, but at the same time, there are some like that is one of the biggest. That is the biggest player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? And there are some
Yeah,
games I don't believe he should be benched for, like regardless of like whatever his performance like has been in like the previous games, like given the fact that he just got back from injury. You understand what I'm saying? The midfield hasn't been fantastic. The defense hasn't been fantastic as well.
mm,
Van Dijk and what's his name? Um, not
Konate,
Konate, not Konate. Yeah,
Quanta.
yeah, that kid. It was like I don't know. I feel like I even prefer that kid to Konate because Konate just seems to be all over the place at times. And then the Bradley, like their defense just seems to be all over the place. There is no holding midfield to support that defense. Do you understand? So you can't
yeah,
necessarily put everything
on Salah.
on Salah and Salah's performance because when the whole team is supposed to be attacking and like holding and controlling the game type of a thing, they spend their entire time defending and trying to win the balls, which is not like Liverpool's regular type of play. So I don't know what is going on in their dressing room and what's going on in Klopp's head. I don't know if like the idea of him leaving and Liverpool already agreeing on a new manager is affecting his decisions these days, or he just doesn't care as much anymore. But I don't see why Salah should be coming shouldn't be playing 90 minutes in games that matter a lot, in games that would make or
Make or break the whole season. But Obina, so
Yeah.
let's so what's your own take on it?
No. So I mean, look, that was that. First of all, I didn't think that. I mean, we obviously don't know what was said by Klopp to Salah, but I feel like Salah's reaction. He clearly has a lot of pent up emotions and feelings towards Klopp. Because even when yes, I mean people disagree, but when Klopp was asked about it, Klopp simply said, you we've talked about it, it's done, type
Yeah,
thing.
let's move on.
Yeah, but then and his interview was before Salah's,
Yes.
right? So that we have to factor that in as well. And it seems like, I guess, there are all these speculations about maybe Salah being what's called sick of being on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw something about how Klopp tried to shake Salah's hand.
Yes.
At
After the
some
game.
point, yeah, yeah. No, was it no, 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 before the game? I think when they were like, I think I don't
Warming
know.
up.
Yeah, warming up, right? And he was putting
Uh,
his Klopp was shaking everyone's hand, and then he left his hand out there for some time, and Salah didn't shake it, and then he like
yeah. I did
smacked
see
it
that.
off. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, look, the truth of the matter is that whatever bad blood these two men have, it seems like it's things are there are strong feelings, especially on Salah's part towards Klopp. But I think the bigger issue though is that Liverpool is imploding, right? And
Mm.
when things are not going well, people people find a way to deflect from the real issues at hand. And so, they are trying their best, quote unquote, and things are just not working out. So everybody will just be angry and frustrated, right? And they will now, other people now become the target of their frustrations.
Mm.
That's the way I see it. I don't, again, until things become clearer, the one thing we can say for sure is that Liverpool is imploding at the critical part of the league, and all of these things are because if they were winning their games, we would not. I'm inclined to say we would not see that kind of outburst, right, from Klopp and Salah.
On Salah.
So yeah, we would not see it. So again, these are all signs. These are all signs that like things are just the wheels are falling off. I saw some commentary by Carragher, who I don't rate, but I think it's indicative of where Liverpool is right now. He was talking of how maybe it's time for Liverpool to move on from Salah, right? Uh, that they should sell him this summer and cash out because the club is moving past the need for Salah. And I'm like, look at this ungrateful person. This guy gave you guys the best of his years, but then again, that's the nature of the sport.
So thank you for bringing up Karanga. So after that game, right, it was like, oh, that's normal between coach and player. You know, it happens. Yeah. Then I didn't even get to hear him say that Liverpool needs to move on from Salah. Karanga is one of those people that annoys me a lot when it comes to
he just talks now.
football commentary, punditry. He's just a ridiculous human being. I don't know how he's gotten that notoriety and that cult following. Where
And he wasn't even a good football player. That's the painful part.
I mean, see, so the thing is, I don't want to hold that against him, right? I don't want to hold that against him. It's normal. Like I don't believe that should be enough reason for someone not being a good commentator of the game.
No, okay, that's not what
But
I'm saying.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I'm just my own side. I don't think it's indicative of how good it should be, or if you should have an opinion about a certain sport. But this guy just waffles a lot, says a lot of nonsense, and I say this because during that it's Ten Hag and Ronaldo fracas, right?
Yeah,
this guy was part of the people that opened up the situation. Now, the similar situation is happening at Liverpool, which is his beloved club. He's trying to douse the situation, which is annoying because we were saying that this is normal. In fact, it was, I can say as far back as the issue between Mourinho and Pogba. Normal, like it's very normal. Even as you are guys, we have our arguments like, why no pass ball to me now? Why didn't give me the ball? Yeah, and like, okay, get out. Why did you make the correct run, or how would I give you the ball there? Like it's normal for manager and player to fight. Like if you're not fighting, then both of you are like, you are not doing the right things right. Like you have to disagree. There's Yoruba adage that says if two siblings enter a room and they come out laughing, they've not spoken the truth to themselves. Yes, because a situation comes up and you need to address it. You go into your room to address it. If you come out laughing, you've not spoken the right. You've not spoken truth to yourself.
No, wait. I mean, obviously, what I'm trying to say is, if brothers and sisters are going inside a room and they argue and then now comes to consensus and then they start laughing,
you don't laugh. You don't laugh.
Don't worry. I'm just looking for it.
But yeah, like it was all over the football punditry, any opportunity that it has to be between United has to pick between Pogba or Mourinho.
Yeah.
That was very, very annoying.
No,
he didn't make any sense. So now he's now saying, he's now trying to douse the situation that it happens, it's part of the game. Like, bro, we know it's part of the game. That's what we've been saying this all this while. Now it's now your own turn. You're trying to, but anyway, I also heard that maybe part of the reason why Salah is angry is because maybe Salah wanted to go to Saudi Arabia and club told him that I got chill and let's play. Then the club now turns around and says, "Oh, he's leaving at the end of the season." So maybe that's part of it.
Oh, well, that's possible.
But anyways, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Concerning Liverpool, the Liverpool bottled the league.
Did they bottle the league? I mean,
all things considered.
I'll be frank, man. The Premier League is tough. The Premier League is tough. I said the Premier League.
Regardless of if it's tough or not, because they had a chance, like part of the top three that could have won.
Yeah, no. The fact of the matter is that they are not in contention, and I don't know.
They're not in contention.
They're not in contention anymore.
No, I mean like before now, like
they were. I mean, they were, but again, it's I guess you can say they bottled it because their performances have not been good.
So they bottled the league, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah,
Okay. Last season, the Arsenal bottled the league.
yeah, we did.
Okay, thank you. Agu, has Liverpool bottled the league?
um, that's tough to say, but I think they have, like, given the games at hand. Yeah.
So the reason I ask this question is because we have a regular guest on this show, Olu Adenaike, and he messaged me after Liverpool. I think I can't remember who stumbled. Was it Liverpool or somebody stumbled? And he messaged me that, oh, can you say that Liverpool bottled the league? I'm like, yes, they bottled the league. It was like, oh, Arsenal did not bottle the league last season because like that. I'm like, no, you cannot say because your club you change the definition of bottling the league. Because I brought up the example of Tottenham, who was not even they were not even second. They were not second. They were third in a two horse race, right? So I mean, but it's good that Obina has agreed that Liverpool has
why,
bottled the
why,
league.
why do you open that?
It's good. I like it.
I say it as it is. It's just that sometimes you don't have to take the truth. No,
Okay.
but just we last season. I mean, it happened over the 3 games that we either drew or it was the West Ham, Southampton, and I can't remember the last game in that spell, Sha. But yeah, I mean, also this season it looks like it's a done deal because Tottenham now that they lost today.
Those guys. Can we talk about the Tottenham Arsenal game?
Yeah, what do you have to say about it?
No. You should I go first or you go first? Because
No,
your
go
club
ahead.
now.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So that game, right? And I that's this one of the things. And I know I said this. I think few episodes ago. I don't understand what so quote unquote progressive managers are doing to football. They're making it ridiculous. Because how can you concede 2 goals from the same problem, from the same situation where I understand like you can concede, set pieces, normal, like it's normal, like you can concede corner kicks. It's not a problem for me. But why are you conceding the same manner where another player of the opposite team, the same player of the opposite team, comes to disturb your keeper? So much so that he's touching his gloves, and none of your players has come to push the player away to say, like, come and be bodyguard, quote unquote, or for your goalie. Ridiculous.
Sheon, can I cut you short there?
Yes.
On a normal day, that's a foul. That's not supposed to stand in the first. So
which one? Anyways, like it's ridiculous that the players, total players, could not resolve that issue quick. And the goalkeeper too, you cannot talk that. Come and push this guy away from me. Like, how is that possible? Then using zonal marking for corner kicks, I hated it. I don't know. I think it was supposed to be Bernard Rogers that started it or that did it. Kind of made it popular in EPL. Can you remember?
He said zonal marking.
Yeah, zonal marking for corner kicks. Can you remember who started it? Not like he started it, but like made it more pronounced for Liverpool. It was for Liverpool.
Sure. I
think it was Rogers or somebody.
Rogers or Dalglish? I don't know, sure.
No, not Dalglish. I think it was Rogers or somebody. Like, I hate zonal marking for corner kicks because now you are standing in zone and you're not touching body to mark. You're like, okay, you're standing in your zone, marking your zone and the ball. It's difficult because the players can run to the ball. How do you manage that? Before you know it, you are late to the ball and they score you.
So
it was until Sarr and his other black boy that came into the game that Tottenham started playing kind of football, and he woke up, and it was when Sarr started becoming the keeper's bodyguard that stopped. Ridiculous.
Okay, so Sean, you're saying that was one. Okay, the second goal. What do you say about that? Do you think that goal was supposed to stand?
Which one?
The second goal that Saka scored. Didn't the ball go out for throwing?
No. Apart from that, there was even a foul. There was a penalty. So I don't know how they missed that. I don't know how that happened, but that was supposed to be a penalty. But with that said, I would say I want to say 3 things, right? Saka's ball control, magnificent. Like when you control that ball.
Sorry, the signal is poor. What was that?
When you control that ball,
yeah,
So when Havertz passed that ball, I was like,
Yeah,
Saka
yeah,
don't get that ball. And when Saka controlled the ball, I was like,
yeah. You're like,
shit, this is gonna be a goal because the way he killed that ball,
he killed it and brought it inside. Sure,
it
let me ask
was
you
it
a
was
question.
it was it was.
Oh
Hold
my
on before you ask me a
god.
question. It was so good that
I can't be
the
on this
control
kind of
alone,
call, man.
the control alone helped Saka navigate the ball because if he had miscontrolled that ball, Van Ven or whatever was coming into to clear the ball.
Yeah,
Then also this guy Nicholas Fukrich's control yesterday
yeah,
for Dortmund, superb. Like
yeah. No, I
Jude's
agree.
control
PSG.
against PSG. No. Their previous game, the quarterfinal against Man City. That when he
Who?
passed the ball to Jude,
Ojudo, yeah.
the control against Man City, superb. Like he didn't Jude not play into that game, but that control helped.
Sure, let me ask you a question though. Speaking of,
Yeah,
we're talking about Saka.
yeah.
Is Saka a world class player?
No, it's not a world class player.
Thank you.
No, I just want to
It's
hear
not.
why is he not?
It's been in situations where a world class player is supposed to show and shine,
Mm,
and he has come short on
mm.
several occasions. Not once, not twice, on many occasions. And so, although he has not played so many world class games, I don't have enough. I would say the few world class games he has played, I would say he has shown maybe once or twice out of maybe like 20 of them.
That's
That's
not
not
true.
enough. That's
Wait,
not
for
enough.
club and country?
Club, country, in the league and in domestic league and Europe. Because
I know this is biased show, so it's okay.
no, I'm not being
Go on.
Bro,
biased.
there's
So
nothing
I'm not being
biased
biased.
about that
Let,
statement.
let, let, let me explain. Explain why I said that.
Mm,
So part of the things that is not making him quote unquote world class is because of competitions that Arsenal has been in till now, till date. You cannot tell me you are struggling in EPL to begin with. So on what basis you're not in Europe? You're not playing
how does
against
he
the best of the
struggle in
best.
the EPL?
You're not playing against best of the best in Europe. The first time you're experiencing it, you made the wrong decision that could have won you the game twice. Oh, by the way. So, I mean, that could have been an occasion for you to say, okay, he's getting to be a world class player. Because the reason I'm saying this, and I know you're going to ask me this question. Pereira went, a former United player, former player now, went on Ferdinand's podcast and he interviewed him. Yeah, there's a United fan on the show, and there's an Arsenal fan on the show. And Pereira was on his groove, was having fun, and the sport is mood. Tell me how the sport is mood. They asked him, the Arsenal fan asked him that who's better between Saka and Rodrigo. And it just killed my boys' mood. They were like, how can you compare those two players? Like, can't you see what they've done in football, in world football?
Ubina,
Yeah.
who's better?
What do you mean by wait? So no, of course Rodrigo is a better player, but the distance is not
No, Ubina,
far.
I didn't ask you about. Don't explain anything. I just said it.
No, so wait.
I don't
My
care.
que-
Like
do you people think that Rodrigo is a world class player?
the
well,
he stands
well,
Huh?
he stands the chance of being a world class player ahead of Saka.
correct, correct. Because he's been in situations where a world class
It's like,
player needs to show himself, and he's done that. So
and he can easily come in from the bench and change the game. Saka doesn't have that in him.
He absolutely does. And let me
He
tell you,
hasn't done
let
it
me
this
tell you,
season. I'm sorry.
no, he has.
He hasn't
Anyway,
done it this
again,
season.
all of these things are subjective, Sha, so that's
no,
fine.
no, 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 that's not subjective because
What?
you can see,
But you can
like
you
you
know
can
when a
see what
player is
Rodrigo has
changing the
done.
game. What do you mean it's subjective?
No. The world class conversation is subjective. One, two. If you, the reason why this conversation is happening is because you people believe that Cole Palmer is better than Saka. Yes.
Yes, no, that was 35.
Okay. And see that's fact. There's a reason why Palmer will not start ahead of Saka in England. There is the reason why
Nepotism.
if you watch the last World Cup when Saka was 2 years younger, he was the one that essentially brought England back into the game against France. And so for you to say that he has not had world-class performances, whether for club and country, is just not correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he's
thank
had
you for
one
mentioning.
world
Hold,
class
hold on,
performance
hold
doesn't
on, hold
make
on,
him
hold
world
on.
class.
Thank you. I said the numbers are not in love. Okay, thank you for even mentioning England. Do you know that in the World Cup, you said you want to lie to yourself, Sha. In that World Cup, do you know who carried England a lot of times in that World Cup? Mention the name. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
It will be
Mention the
Bellingham
name.
and Saka.
Yeah, a joker. Rashford carried England. Rashford carried England in that World
What?
Cup. But
What?
I understand that you want to be, you want to be ridiculous. I understand
Still,
that. I
But
understand that.
Obina
still.
today,
But
right?
anyway,
Obina, if you were to be like forget like you're an Arsenal fan and you do like
it's impossible for him.
it's impossible for him, right? But it's like at the same time, it's like think about it. If in the England team, who would you rather play on the right, Saka or Palmer?
Saka, and
Why
that's
would you
why
play
he's
Saka
playing
over
there.
Palmer? Why would you play Saka over Palmer?
Why would I not? He's more experienced. He's first of all, Saka is better with both feet than Palmer is.
Oh my
Palmer can't use
god.
his right leg he can't even stand properly on his right leg. So, like, what are you talking about? Saka shoots much better. Saka has better control. Yes, Palmer is taller and maybe better in the air, but man, I'm sorry,
How many
I
times have you
don't
seen
think I
Palmer in
can't.
the air that you brought that stats into this?
No, because he's taller. That's the only reason. That's
Bro,
the only
when has
reason
see,
his
why.
height?
Opener, you are very ridiculous.
Bro, do you
You are
understand? I
analyzing.
didn't understand Obina's
You are talking like
argument.
you're talking like a football casual
Oh
watcher.
my
Like you
god.
should have said be a casual. But let's move on. I'm not. I'm tired of him talking about Arsenal and whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Tottenham, they're a disgrace. They're a disgrace to world football. I will say that with all confidence because I said it. I'm like I don't trust these sports people from the beginning of the season. Like there's no way. Anybody was raving about Angie. Everybody was raving about how he's going to come and change the game. Like now the excuse is that they lost Kane and their player is going injured. Excuse me, you know it was going to happen beginning of season when you guys were raving about how he has come and he's playing the same style. He's sticking to his guns. Yada yada yada. Even Arsenal is very stubborn. They started learning how to defend. They started like if you want to win you want to win competition, championship, you have to learn how to defend. You have to learn how to defend. Like that's be part of your flavor. You cannot just be going all out every time. Maybe that's my own philosophy, anyways. I don't know how people see that football, and they lost to Chelsea again today. So now, I mean, I'm not sure, but I think they're out of the top
They're
four
not
race.
out. They're not out, but the chances because they have one game in hand, but they're
Yes,
7 points behind. So
they're playing Liverpool next.
yeah, and their game in hand is Liverpool. So
Yeah, maybe so if they draw that game,
no,
I have a question.
draw,
Sorry, I have a question, right?
yeah,
Van I've never heard anybody praise that guy for his defensive skills set. All they talk about is his pace. Maybe it's just me. Is it
no.
me?
He's a good defender, but again, you can only do so much as a defender when you are told to push up high, because they play such a high line and then there's so much space behind. So yes, he's quick and because of the way they play, that's why people are are obviously highlighting his pace because he has to do a lot of backtracking and covering back. But he's a good defender. You have to give it to
I
him.
feel
He's a
like it
good
would have
defender.
been more visible if like they didn't concede as much goals as they did. Um, like how good
His
he is.
ability to
Yeah,
defend, yeah,
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 because like they conceding every goal, so that was going to be his performance is always going to go over everyone's head, type of a thing. Like
yeah.
Okay,
No, he's
we'll
a good
see.
defender.
So
Um,
so so Spurs now they are back to where they were because Ange has not done anything special since the last four managers or the last three managers. I mean four now, Abi? Is it 4-3?
three
let's see.
Mourinho,
Conte.
Conte, Nuno
No,
Espirito. So last three
yeah,
managers.
yeah.
Plus the one that went to go and play final that went to go and lose.
that
Right, Mason.
was not a manager
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Well, all I'm saying is I think Ange is a good coach. But again, the league is very very tough. The
So
Premier
next
League.
season, so should we give him another next season, Abi?
Look, I mean, I don't know that. Obviously, first of all, I don't think that I would not want Tottenham to win anything. So
No. I'm not even saying win. Do you get? I'm not even saying win.
make top four.
do better than the last 3 managers at minimum. Like, so the thing is for me, right? When it comes to winning championships, I understand the nuances. But if I'm interviewing you, or if you have already gotten a job, and I'm hearing you say that top 4 is not really all that, winning FA Cup is not all that, Carling Cup is not all that, I'm going to sack you if I'm an owner. Because, like, what are we doing here? Because if your team is not as strong as the best team in the league, at least aspire to win what you can win. Because lesser teams have won those small cups. And that's my problem with Pochettino when he was at Tottenham. It was like, oh, he doesn't care about the small cups. Like, dude, win something. Instill winning mentality to your team first. Pep, first thing he won was a small cup. Mourinho, anywhere he goes to, he wins that small cup first. Like, okay, let me use it to win myself. That's how you know he's a serious manager.
I told you that Sheon is a hater, but
No, yeah. I was about to say this. Thank you for even reminding me. I'm holding, as Kendrick Lamar said, like, forget about all those love. It's about love and hate. I'm coming out to tell you that I hate well. And if I hate you, I will say I hate you. Arsenal, I hate Arsenal. Normal. I mean, I used to be on the fence with Spurs, but when Angie came and I've been hearing too much noise about it, I'm like, this guy's not anything. That made me hate
I think he has
Spurs
one.
and Angie.
Would you compare him to what's this guy's name? Brighton's manager.
Ten Hag, Brighton. Oh, I forgot about to talk about that one.
It's like they have
That was a don't bomb.
kind of like they have one
It don't
style
blow.
that like everyone has figured out, which is
Yeah,
why it's not working out for them anymore. So would that
yeah,
make them not be a good coach anymore, a good manager?
yep. No, not necessarily. So you being a bad manager is not because of what you are facing right now. It has a lot of nuances to it. Your club, the player, that period, everything, like a lot of things makes you struggle in that particular time. Like Ancelotti struggled at Everton. You cannot say Ancelotti is a bad manager. Now he has gone to Madrid and it's like he got there. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you a question. So when you hate
yeah.
on me, I hope we can both agree that when I quote unquote hate on someone, it's because they're not good, right?
Bullshit.
Okay.
But you, huh?
I don't know.
I'm
I
listening
don't
now.
agree on
I'm
that.
listening. I'll make you
but
finish now.
no,
Finish.
but for both of you, you guys just hate for the sake of hating, and I think that's problematic.
I
Like
know.
for
So
example,
I'll tell you why.
when I say Nicholas Jackson is not good, or Fellaini is not good, or Darwin Núñez is not good, or uh uh who else do I say is not good? I don't say many people are not good, but people like that are not good. I say it because they genuinely are not good. So why is it that you just hate and okay? Is Arsenal a good team now? Is Chelsea a good team actually now? Let me start with that.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yes, they've improved.
So,
They've improved
you know,
from when they started.
yeah. So Chelsea's you think Chelsea's not a good team?
They're not a good team. They're not a good team. But on what basis? Like, how are you able to say that they're a good team? Because they beat Tottenham today. They're not a
No,
good
but you
team.
think. I mean, first of all, this is not because of that. To start with, this is the oldest player on the field today was 25. Did you see Chelsea's bench?
No.
No team would survive. Chelsea has had like on average at least 14 players injured. No team, Arsenal would not survive that. If you guys have 14 players injured, you guys will not be in top 10. Let's face facts. True or false? Well, there's nothing to laugh about. Like let's talk,
No.
right?
Whose whose fault is it that players were injured? Like, you can only play with who you have available. Like, I think that's a cheap excuse because everyone comes into the season, you know that people get injured. So, like, I don't buy that. I'm sorry, but go on.
Obina, but you've used injury as an
Bro,
excuse in the past.
see, arguing
You
with
have.
Obina is
So
like
so
it's wild. I think it's wild.
I'm probably the only person that hates that injury excuse, and I always stick to it. So me, I don't buy that injury thing. The only thing I know that is
You
affecting
don't buy the
Chelsea
injury
is
thing,
the
even for
age.
Chelsea this season.
I
With
don't.
everything,
But
bro,
wait,
bro, look at Chelsea's look at Chelsea's
wait
game today.
now.
No. Look at Chelsea's
Wait.
game today, right? Tell me who you know on the bench.
I mean,
Go and look at Chelsea's game today and tell me who you know on the bench.
but anyway, wait. I'm trying to say that for the only excuse I have for Chelsea, and I'm stuck to it, is the age factor. Those guys are kids. They are too young to be playing at that level. They don't have anybody that they are looking up to, which is part of the things that I have against some of the players at United, Ganacho and co. They don't have anybody they are looking up to. I don't accept kids playing so many games.
But
I don't
Arsenal
that's
had
the
accept
the
it.
same thing
young
I've
team
said.
last season, and all of you crucified us.
No, Aston Young team players have played together for a while. That's why they are
For a
playing well
while.
now.
What?
They've been together for a while. Saka has been
How?
playing. Saka played under him before Emery came. Odegaard came under Emery, right? Or before Emery. Martinelli, Emery discovered him. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
For a while.
so Obina,
Uh,
please, when I talk about a team, stop mentioning your team, please. Please. It's
but
annoying. Stop mentioning your team. Anyway, I feel like Chelsea's problem is the age. And if I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but if you guys can stick to Pochettino and those players, at least for one more season, don't sell them. Let them continue playing. Let them continue learning. It might help them. They might become better. Give them one more season and see how it goes. That's just my own opinion about Chelsea.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? It's like that was very. You can say that, but it's like when you put all these young players on the field to play, and okay, look at other teams. Look at United. When Garnacho is on the field, you have players like Bruno on the field. You have players like Casemiro on the field. Players that have stacked up experience and years. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
when you look at Chelsea, right? You have Madueke on the field. Who is he looking up to on the field again? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Is he looking up to
Mm.
Caicedo that came with him, or is he looking up to Enzo that came with him? Do you understand? There's nobody for these guys to look up to. So it's like a very young team. It's the bench hasn't even helped, and this is where like what's it called? The injury would have played a part. Where it's like people like Cole that have a bit more experience than Gilchrist that keeps coming on from the bench and everything. These are like players that like these younger players could look up to and stuff like that. But for you guys to say that injury doesn't matter, I think is wild, especially for a team like Chelsea that has like
of,
90% of their like pretty much like majority of the team is just young. Like it's just wild for you
no,
to say injuries.
of course, it matters. I mean, no, of course, it matters. After all, for example, and I maintained the reason Arsenal lost the league last season was because of Saliba. No, 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 no. So of course it matters. I mean, we've seen it matters. However, though, you should still. It's not. It should not be the excuse. Yes, it matters, but it should not be the excuse
But if everybody on
because
the team, if every almost like 70 percent of the players on the team haven't played, like this is their first season playing in Premier League, what do you expect? You expect the
no. But
inconsistency there.
my point is. Look, yes, you can make the argument, but it's not the. You should not use that and say, "Oh, we are down here. We're a mid-team table, with Chelsea is this season because of injuries, right? At the end of the day, it's on you. It's on your fitness coaches. It's on you come into the season with X amount of players because you expect that we're not just here for 5 games. We're here for 38 games and some more FA Cup. So you should be able to still field a team that I mean, if you're a team like Chelsea, should still aspire to win. Now, if injuries come, well, that's unfortunate, but
Hmm. Okay, let's talk about Champions League, please. It's enough talking about Chelsea and not Chelsea. Did you watch the games, Agu?
Oh, which of them?
I had two of them now. The first semi-final and second semi-final.
I actually did not watch any of them, but I just saw like
Uh
bro,
oh
it's not
wow.
bro, this news is not interesting anymore, man. Who am I going to?
Why is it not interesting? Because Chelsea is not playing
I
well.
mean, I just
Because
know
people are
I'm just
trash.
I mean, well, we can say that there's no prem team to support, and I mean, honestly, if I was to support anyone, it's going to be too cool.
Mm.
But
Too cool.
yeah, for Bayern,
Ah. So you think Bayern will beat Madrid?
I would love that to happen. Actually, I don't need Madrid to win
Why?
this stuff again.
Why? Why?
And I
So you
also
so
need
okay.
Tuchel to prove a point Bayern because I think he's a very good manager, and I think they're treating him as shit. Like I don't think
He's
he
a very good
deserves.
manager.
I don't think he deserves the treatment he's getting.
But so part of it is that he brought some of these problems on himself. Do you know that?
How?
Okay. There's one number one problem that he has not found a solution to now. He's still sticking to it.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Tell me.
Champions League now. So part of the things that Tuchel has done wrong this season, and he's still sticking to it, and I'm repeating it again, putting Kimmich as the right back. That's part of the mistake he has made this season. Don't put and so he came out and said, "Oh, he doesn't have I think number 6 or something." Trying to throw jab at Kimmich that you need to pick, you need to buy a new number 6. I'm like, dude, this guy is one of the best number 6 in the world, and you're coming into the club and like, oh, this is not my guy. Of course, it's going to affect the whole dressing room. Then you're going to put him on the right as right back. Granted, he has injury there. He has injuries like the right back is supposed to play there is injured. But you cannot tell me that you cannot find somebody from somewhere in the academy or somebody. Although Kimmich again is because he's good at those two positions. It's part of the problem too for himself. So he has been played there and he has played well. And it's funny, poetic justice. Poetic justice. It was Kimmich that carried him to semi-final, scoring that goal against Arsenal. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Obina, did you watch the semi-finals of Champions League?
Yeah, I did. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you?
Oh yeah. I watched it. It was a good game. I think Bayern played very well, right? But then they just in the final third they just couldn't get that final pass. And then obviously it's Madrid. They know how to stay in games and then just get and then they're defending too as Rudiger's just he's just
On fire.
he can have amazing performances. Like he can be such a good defender. Tony, first of all, what a run by Vinicius, right? The fake around
And the
Kim Min
pass.
Jae, and then the ball from Cruz, spectacular, right? So that's the difference between a team that just has individual quality all around, and then a well-oiled machine, right? Like I know you say you'll be annoyed with this, but Arsenal, right? Like
Oh God.
on no. I'm making a point here, right? Like yes, we have individual players, but more so it's the structure. Like it's a very structured team. So like City, for example, well, Madrid, Bayern too, right? At the end of the day, man, these are world class players in practically every position, and so in very cagey games like that, you can just have one person just do a dummy run like that, take the defender, and then just because he believes or he trusts his pace to be able to catch up to and he knows that Cruz will be able to make that pass. So like it was just a fascinating game.
You know
Uh,
that pass, that Cruz pass, right? It's one of the
yeah,
passes that when you're playing in the midfield, you can see it, you will
yeah,
try it. Some days to work, and the
yeah,
player might not get to it,
yeah.
or as you try it, somebody will just stick out their leg and you just stop that pass. You can see the pass, you can see it, but you try it and it's not going to just work out as supposed to work out. Like that part was ridiculous, and I don't understand why people were blaming Kim for that goal, because at the beginning of the game, something similar happened where they passed the ball so that Vinicius can run towards the ball, and Kim stopped it, got there earlier than Vinicius. Of course, you trust yourself to do that again. Unfortunately for him, he beat too much into the midfield, which is part of the reasons why I hate when the style of football where people are doing now, where they're making your your um your players, your defenders form three at the back, even though you're playing four defenders. So that one of them can go into the midfield, creating that hole, that space. And that's exactly what happened. He beat in too much because he was in the middle. He beat in too much, followed Vinny in, and Vinny made that diagonal run, and that was it. That was just the end of it. So
Also, Sane had
mhm,
not scored in a very long time. Well, what a goal!
that goal was
Um,
ridiculous. It
yeah.
was one of those goals that when he kicked it, the ball went. It went. Like it was ridiculous. That was a fantastic showing.
And then yesterday, PSG Dortmund as well. Dortmund PSG. Man, there were a lot of chances in that match, man. Like
For both
both
teams.
teams had chances. So
It's not ridiculous that the both German teams, they are struggling in the league. But when it comes to Champions League, they're like up there, they're ante. It's
well, I
crazy.
mean, that's all they're playing for this season. So
So both teams.
the other teams have Madrid and PSG have both locked in, won the league.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
But
especially Bayern, I mean, it's practically unheard of for Bayern to go a season without winning anything. So
anything, yeah.
they have to put everything in the Champions League.
Did you see Sancho?
Fantastic,
Okay.
fantastic.
So for you, say fantastic, right? Olu again. Olu is my problem. I think Olu is my problem when it comes to football because
So are you saying that you don't hate all Arsenal fans? You just have a problem with Olu? Is that what you're
no,
saying?
because Olu is like I would say the Arsenal thought, because
Wow,
that's how a lot of Arsenal fans think. Olu,
wow.
we had a discussion, and Olu told me that Nketiah would go higher in price. Like, if we're going to sell Nketiah than Sancho,
No,
because
no, he was trolling
Sancho,
now. Come on, he was trolling.
it was serious, because
He was
Nketiah has
trolling.
more goals and assists than Sancho in EPL.
No, he
And I'm
was
like,
trolling.
please
It was
now.
just you people need to understand that because of how much you hate Arsenal fans, we have to be obnoxious sometimes.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
no, he
I'm
was
like, it's
joking.
Sancho. We're talking about Sancho here. Oh.
He was
Hey, God.
joking. He was
I like,
joking. He was,
I don't believe you, because it's United that's causing all these things. It's United
no,
that's causing this
he
disrespect.
was just joking. Now, come on.
So this statement was made on, I think, on Sunday or Saturday, and Sancho now says, "Okay, let me now show you who I am," and he did. He did yesterday. Nobody could stop him. Like, it was, when a player gets to a particular stage, like a particular space during a game where everything just works out for them. Everything becomes slow, or everything becomes very fast for them. They can see what people cannot see. That happened to him yesterday. Nobody could stop him, man. It was ridiculous. Thank you for acknowledging the greatness. Thank you for not being biased. Maybe because he's not playing for United at the moment. That's why you accepted that he was
No,
fantastic
I
yesterday.
I actually
I think that's
like
why as well.
no. For example, no. See, United, whenever there's a good player, I'll admit. For example, Lisandro Martinez, I think he's a good defender. Luke Shaw, on the other hand, because Sheon has said Luke Shaw is the best left back in the league. That is
Me?
a lie.
Ah,
Yes.
it's not me. Never,
Okay.
never, never. I cannot
I
believe.
wanted
Like,
you to say that.
of all
Good.
the players, like, trust me, everybody know. Like, people that know me when I'm talking about United, Luke Shaw, no, it's a
Okay,
no for
good.
me. Luke
So
Shaw,
Sheon
no.
also, Sheon also says that. Sheon also says that. No, I just want you to denounce everybody. Sheon also says that Rashford is a world class player. Is he?
Yes,
No, he's not. Sorry.
he is.
Bro, there's just no way that guy is a world class player. Sorry,
Once,
Rashford is a world class.
so
Rashford is a world class player, and Saka isn't. It's just no. There's just no way.
exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah,
Bro,
but
but
Sancho was
Obina, is
fantastic. Was
Bruno a
good
good
yesterday.
player?
Yes.
Okay.
I've even said that I actually put Bruno as a world class player. I like Bruno Fernandes.
So so for Bruno, right?
I really dislike his antics. But in terms of actual ball, I'd go as far as say I hate what he does when he's trying to dive and. But in terms of actual ball playing,
Mm.
I actually rate him. I actually rate him.
Okay, let's move on. Time is fast spent. Also, I
Yes.
think I also need to make mention of this about Sancho. I followed Sancho for a while, and I noticed that he plays well second half of the season. That's when he starts to ball. Maybe United should have just find a way to just tie him down a little bit this season, and unleash him second half of the season. I don't know, man.
Unleash.
I don't know, because people are just noticing him yesterday, but he has been super for Dortmund for a while now. Maybe not like the heights he attained yesterday, but in their previous game in quarterfinal, I think it was one of the match for one of the legs. Yeah, that man is doing things, man. He's bowling.
No.
He's got his groove back.
So Mike, really quickly, who do you think will win the Champions League this season?
That was a tough one. It has to be between Madrid or Bayern. I would go for Bayern.
Okay.
Huh. Shem, how about you?
Um, I still will put my tent with Madrid. I still because of experience. But you see that Dortmund, I'm looking at them somehow. Those guys, if they survive PSG, they'll be a problem in the final. Because when they play so chaotic, and I don't know. It'll be a nice game for between them and Madrid because that was you see chaos versus chaos because you don't know what to plan for.
I think it'll be Madrid. I want Dortmund to win it, but I think Madrid will win it
Why do you want Dortmund to win it?
because of
I
Marco
mean,
Reus.
yeah, that's good. That's
Okay,
good.
that's
That's a good
fair.
reason.
I hear
And I also,
that.
want Sanchez to win it. So when he comes back, you could not carry the soldier out. Say, put your Champions League on the table before you talk to me.
Yeah, Marco Reus is the reason I want Dortmund to win it because like every time, even when like for Germany he will be injured before major tournaments and then they'll go and win it and then he got to the final last time and he lost to Bayern. So yeah, I want the guy to win it, man. At least let him.
what if they get to the final with Bayern
And
and
he
lose to
had the
Bayern again?
chance. What do you say? And he gets
What?
injured again.
No, and they lose to Bayern again.
Well, I don't think Bayern make it to the final, in all fairness. But I also like that, he was loyal to Dortmund because he could have left there multiple times and obviously he would have gone to Bayern like Marco Reus, or
Matomos.
Hummels, Lewandowski, like all of them.
So
But
yeah,
he
so
stayed.
we should give it to him on settlement. Well done.
No, not just that. I mean, and he has been a fantastic player as well over the
Okay,
years.
quickly.
So
I
yeah.
thought we were going to ask this question. Who's going to win Ballon d'Or this season or this period? Can I see next year?
Let's see. Um, it depends. It depends
So
because this.
what are like the 5 people that
It
have
depends on
potential of winning?
how England does in the Euros, right? Because
Oh,
Euros
I
is the
forgotten
summer.
who is there. I
Yeah,
forgotten. I
I
thought it was
think
just
I think I think it depends on how they perform. But from England, or let me say this: Bellingham is a strong contender.
on what grounds?
He won La
I
Liga.
was hoping you will not mention Bellingham.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
just
no.
hoping you will not
You
mention
asked me the
Bellingham.
players. Let me mention quickly.
Okay.
Bellingham, because he has
Mhm.
won La Liga, depending on how England perform in the Euros, and
Mhm.
then obviously depending on how Madrid do in the Champions League.
Mhm.
Phil Foden, again, I put him in that bracket, depending on how.
Just mention the names. Don't explain. Just mention the names.
Okay, Declan Rice. Uh, why? What? Anyway,
I'm tired of football, man. I'm tired of football. So I'll be alive and then guys will win Ballon d'Or in this life. Hello,
Wait,
me.
so wait,
God,
but
please.
Omina, like, do you really think they're gonna rise have a better chance
Hey,
of
God.
winning Ballon d'Or over Palmer?
Hey,
over Palmer, Rice is in contention for Player of the Season. Do you agree with? Do you know that?
God. But don't argue. Don't argue this. Move on, please.
No, so Bellingham,
Foden.
Foden, Rice, Saka.
Saka.
Saka. Oh, boy.
Bro,
This is
good.
racism now. This is racism now.
Yeah, continue.
Please, why are you on fire?
And then KDB.
You are disrespecting Vinny, and it's unfair. It's really unfair, man. It's really unfair because that guy is balling his heart out, and nobody's
That's
just respecting
that's
him
fair.
anyhow.
That's fair.
And you're
That's fair.
mentioning Jude Bellingham that like that man has been quiet for the past 2 months now. He just hype around him right now. 2 months or
No,
3 months, he has been quiet.
no. Well, like I said, it matters. You asked me Ballon d'Or, not
Omina, I can't believe this.
why not?
It's ridiculous, Abi.
It's wild, bro. It's wild.
I beg. So, Agu, I'm not asking you. I just that question was a trap for Obina and he fell into it. So
What
let's
was the
move on.
trap? I'm trying to understand what the trap was.
Don't worry. Let's move on.
I told you
Let's talk
that
about
this is a year. This is the season of this season. Euros will affect who win the Ballon
we
d'Or.
read you.
Like,
Don't repeat yourself. Read you. So, question: Do you guys notice? How Mbappe has started playing like Neymar, where when Neymar was at PSG and Brazil, this man will go deep to get the ball when he's supposed to hurt the team up the field. And that's what happened yesterday, where Mbappe was at the wrong places, getting the ball and trying to like progress the ball and passing to the obvious fool in the front,
But
Dembele.
I think that comes also with the position he's like when he gets to play top nine. I think that's what comes with it. When he plays from
So
the
what's the
wing,
solution to that?
when he plays from the wing, he's a different player from when he plays up top.
Because Dortmund defenders are slow. So why can't you test their pace? Why can't you stay on their shoulders? Why are you going deep? And they can see you coming and they can stop you.
I strongly believe there's something all these managers see that we don't see because sometimes some
Thank you.
decisions are
It's
some
ridiculous.
decisions. Yeah, bro, I don't get it.
It's ridiculous. That's part of my issue with Neymar. Neymar, so like, why are you going deep to get the ball from your defender? Like, why? Why are you doing that? I know you can dribble everybody, but don't be doing that. Whether you do dribble 1, 2, 3, they will get the ball from you. You have to start again. Anyway, open up, please. Let's predict the games because time has gone.
So anyway, so as you can see, this episode is it was clearly a very very biased field episode in the sense that no consensus was reached. However, to those of you who are listening, please, if you got this far, let us know your thoughts on Bukayo Saka being a world class player. And I rest my case there.
I've been on Ballon d'Or list with Rice. Go. Football has fallen, man. Football has fallen.
Anyway, so the first game for the weekend is Luton Everton.
Everton, they are flying high now. I expect them to beat Luton. I don't care what Luton wants to do at home. I expect them a 1-0, 2-0 game.
Mike.
I think Luton is going to beat Everton.
Although Everton has, we didn't even discuss relegation. Everton has escaped relegation.
They're pretty much safe. Yeah.
Congrats to them.
Yeah. I say a draw here, and that should seal Luton's fate. Arsenal Bournemouth.
That's a draw. That's a draw.
I'm really hoping something
100%
crazy
draw.
happens that Arsenal lose.
That's a draw. a bit of last season. That's a draw.
Arsenal will beat Bournemouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Arsenal will beat Bournemouth. There's not anyway. Unfortunately, I'm screaming. Brentford, Fulham.
Fulham, yeah. There's something about like I don't know what's been going on with Brentford and their manager benching Ivan Toney and the rotation that's been going on up front, and the team just seems to be all over the place these days.
It's because they've escaped relegation now, so most of them are just chilling. They know they're not relegating, so that's why the teams are like on break right now.
It could also be that like because they know Ivan Toney is going to leave this season.
Oh yeah, that might be that too. Yeah.
Burnley, Newcastle.
We did say your own now. Quick.
That's a draw.
Okay.
Well. Burnley,
Newcastle gonna beat Burnley like thieves.
Yeah, I think Newcastle too.
Yeah, that's the Newcastle way. Sheffield, Forest.
They're not playing for anything. What are you playing?
Yeah, Forest.
Forest, they need it. They are not.
Yeah, so pressure on Forest.
Forest, that's a Forest win.
Pressure on Forest. They might draw that game.
That's a Forest win. Those useless guys that could have beat City.
Okay.
What could have been? City Wolves. I actually think this is a tough game for City.
It is, but City will find a way.
Okay.
I think it's going to be. City
will find a way.
City win. I think Foden is going to be back, so that helps them.
Yeah, that's something.
That helps.
I don't know what I was telling. I was like, the only way what Arsenal should be praying for now is Foden's injury. That's what they should be praying for. Because that guy, he's been on that level.
I see this as I see a Wolves win.
I know you see a Wolves win, of course, because that's what people
say.
Brighton, Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Of which Aston Villa, they lost their game in Europe.
Today, they fought to Olympiacos. Chelsea, West Ham.
That's a good game. Chelsea should win this game. Chelsea should win this game.
I actually see a West Ham win.
Of course, you see a West Ham.
That'd be interesting.
Liverpool, Spurs.
This game is going to be tough. Chaos. Two useless teams.
I hope Liverpool wins.
Wow.
I want a draw. So I'll pick a draw. But Tottenham,
I
they're just bad. So Tottenham plays better in second half. So maybe
yeah.
they will do something. So
The thing is, these two teams are used to conceding goals, so
Yep.
yeah, that's I say like a draw.
I hope for a Spurs win. I hope.
I know why you do so.
Palace United. Palace. And
Oh, yeah,
this is not even
Palace
this.
gonna beat.
I mean, you didn't think
If
about
if
like your position in
if
this.
No.
if let me check if these boys are injured. They're not injured. If they play,
Olise.
Olise has
No,
been
no, I'm not even
busy.
saying this out of hatred for United.
they'll
I'm
be
just
in.
saying like
They'll be
they
United.
can't cope with Palace. And by the Palace, they are playing really well now. No, I'm not even joking.
Owina, please, I beg.
I'm
Yeah,
serious.
But I think Palace will win, but I see where, but Palace will win, but that you haven't been fair with your
No,
predictions.
I told you, Mike. For example, ask you last weekend before they played Burnley. I told you that United will not beat Burnley.
but you
Ah,
said Burnley was going to beat United. You said it.
no,
You didn't say
but
United was
no,
going
I
to
think
win.
United will not beat Burnley.
You said United were going to lose. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Yeah,
Don't
but
lie.
I mean,
Can't
drawing
lie, I
against
know
Burnley
the
is that not a
big
loss?
team.
Wait, drawing with Burnley is that not a loss?
It depends on how you look at it.
Exactly.
No problem. But yeah, Crystal Palace might beat United. That game can go both ways. I don't
It's
know.
not mine. They'll beat you
Team
guys.
is United is struggling right now, so there's
No,
only for them to play for. So they're just also Crystal Palace too. They're like comfortable now because I think they were celebrating 11th time. I don't know, maybe like how many seasons in EPL, but no relegating. So they're just okay, happy where they are. So that game, I don't know. Anyway,
good game, man. You. Anyway, with that, we've come to the end of
Wait,
the
sorry.
show.
Before you guys,
But yeah, Mike.
can you guys predict what's it called, top 6?
Top 6.
ah,
Yeah, I'll go.
I need to start with
okay.
Arsenal.
I mean,
Just start.
no.
Time has gone. Time has gone.
Honestly,
Please.
I'll say this. It hurts me to say this, but yeah, City, Arsenal. Actually, no, City will drop points. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Villa, Spurs. That's 5 already. Who's 6? United.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa, Spurs, United. Chelsea might come. They're coming, but
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
they can't do it.
I feel like Chelsea might be 6th.
They
So,
waited too long.
the thing is,
They waited too long.
Chelsea might be
well,
6th.
I
It's
think
just 3 points between United and Chelsea. So don't say you waited too long. Just 3 points between them.
but this is the game that's going to make it, Joe. Because if Newcastle should win this weekend and Chelsea should win this weekend and United should lose to Crystal Palace, then I think that's it for them.
Wait, Newcastle, are they in contention? Oh, they are. Oh, I
They are,
forgot
yeah,
they
they are.
were.
They are.
Ah,
And they're playing United too. So that game's going to be very crucial for the both teams.
I forgot
Yeah.
about them. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I switch out United and Newcastle. Newcastle is my 6th team.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Spurs
So
is
you're
still
saying
top 5,
Arsenal going to win all their games?
Who?
Arsenal going to win all their games. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
and Spurs is still top 5.
Yeah, Spurs will finish 5th.
Okay. So that means Spurs are going to win all their games too.
No, I see City dropping points with Wolves. I don't know about Spurs.
No, I'm saying
yeah,
Spurs,
they win all
Spurs,
their
Spurs.
games. They win all.
So Spurs will beat City
Be Liverpool, you mean?
and beat Liverpool. No, I'm saying that's the 2 top games that they are playing.
Yeah, Spurs no.
They'll beat Liverpool. They might drop points to City, but United will drop points as well, and Newcastle will drop points too. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Newcastle drop points. Yeah.
Okay.
Spurs,
So
they'll win
Arsenal
every
win all their
game.
games.
They'll win every game but City. Spurs.
Okay. And Arsenal will beat all their opponents.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys. You've come this far. It's been a long episode with a lot of Arsenal bias. We were force fed Arsenal philosophy.
Propaganda.
We came out alive. Thank God I came with the better London team to show today in Chelsea. If not, only God knows how I would have survived this episode. Thank you for everyone for sticking with us up to this point. We remain biased football takes. We'll meet you. Hear my voice again next episode, God willing. Open any final thoughts?
Now, I'll be here next week, of course. Still at the top of the league. I just have one more question before we leave. Who is a better defender, Saliba or Konate? Okay, that's it. I'm just kidding.
Agu, thank you for showing up
Thanks for
and
coming,
always
Mike. Mike,
showing us love
Mike, I
every
want you
time.
to be back next weekend.
All right, I'll be back.
Next week, yeah.
I'll be
Yeah,
back.
Come back.
come on, pull up.
All right, yes,
Oh,
sir.
hey, that reminds me. I feel like our last episode is gonna be fire. Or the episode after the end of the season, I feel like it's gonna be fire because a lot of things. If Arsenal wins the league, I'll probably not show up. I'll probably not show up.
I probably won't listen
I'm
to
not.
that.
Look at this. No, I'll
I'm not
fly
sure.
solo. I'll
But,
record solo, Daddy. That's fine.
but yeah, guys, what's it called? If you're listening, don't forget to like, subscribe.
Yeah, tell them.
Thank
Share the
you.
podcast.
Thank you. All right. Peace.
All right. Peace, everyone. Yeah, bye.